Janganlah berhenti. Ni ke belakang ni. Run.
Excellencies, can we invite you to stand by the side of your table so that you have a nice photo? Yes.
Go down. Thank you for your patience. Maybe just take a few shots. 2 more shots.
Then I'll just invite the
One more shot.
to join the photo.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, one more shot.
Okay. Wait. We just take 3 shots. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Two more.
His Excellency Anwar Ibrahim, Prime Minister of Malaysia.
Look here.
You just came down.
Just.
At the back. Back, please. You all move 2 steps back, please. 2 steps back. 2 steps back. 2 steps back. Move back, please. Sorry, guys. Move back, please. 2 steps back. 2 steps back.
Okay, relax.
There's no need to rush, just move back.
Sorry.
Please. Sorry.
where we are told to stand. Welcome again.
Thanks.
Okay. Come.
Okay.
Are you delivering it yourself?
Yes. To welcome the arrival of His Excellency Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim, Prime Minister of Malaysia, and Prime Minister Hsien Loong. Distinguished guests, please be seated. May I invite His Excellency Tengku Datuk Seri Utama Zafrul bin Tengku Abdul Aziz, Minister of International Trade and Industry of Malaysia, and Mr. Gan Kim Yong, Minister for Trade and Industry of the Republic of Singapore, to sign the framework on cooperation between the Government of Malaysia and the Government of the Republic of Singapore in the field of green economy. The signatories will now exchange documents. Excellencies, please look at the camera. May I invite His Excellency Tengku Datuk Seri Utama Zafrul bin Tengku Abdul Aziz, Minister of International Trade and Industry of Malaysia, and Mr. Gan Kim Yong, Minister for Trade and Industry of the Republic of Singapore, to sign the framework on cooperation between the Government of Malaysia and the Government of the Republic of Singapore in the field of digital economy. The signatories will now exchange documents. Excellencies, please look at the camera. May I invite His Excellency Hamid Fadzil, Minister for Communications and Information of the Republic of Singapore, to sign the Memorandum of Understanding between the Government of Malaysia and the Government of the Republic of Singapore on cooperation in the field of personal data protection, cybersecurity, and digital economy. The signatories will now exchange documents. Excellencies, please look at the camera. Thank you. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the Memorandum of Understanding ceremony. His Excellency Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim, Prime Minister of Malaysia, and Prime Minister Hsien Loong will now take the lead.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hsien Loong, Prime Minister.
Your Excellency Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim, Prime Minister of Malaysia, Dr. Wan Azizah, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's my great pleasure to welcome Prime Minister Anwar on his first official visit to Singapore since taking office as Malaysia's 10th Prime Minister. Of course, the Prime Minister is no stranger to Singapore. He's worked with many of us for the better part of 3 decades. Indeed, the Prime Minister and I go back a long way. We first met when we were ministers, and we've stayed in touch ever since. I last met him when he visited Singapore in 2018. He came for the Singapore Summit, where his speech was warmly received. He told the summit that if and when he assumed the premiership, Singapore would be one of the first countries he visited. And I'm therefore very glad that today, Ho Ching and I are able to welcome Prime Minister Anwar and Datuk Seri Wan Azizah to Singapore. Our two countries share a relationship quite unlike any other. They are bound by geography and our shared history. Our peoples have deep family and cultural ties. The Causeway and the Second Link are among the busiest border crossing points in the world. Over the years, our two governments have deepened our cooperation in almost every domain. We work together in health, education, culture, supply chain, connectivity, and many other areas. On trade, we are each other's second largest trading partners. Singapore is the largest foreign investor in Malaysia with over $56 billion in direct investments. This reflects our confidence in the Malaysian economy, including the can-do spirit and enterprise of many young and digitally savvy Malaysians. During the COVID pandemic, the Singapore-Malaysia partnership stood up to the test. Our ministers and officials kept in close touch to exchange notes, support each other, and coordinate plans. Even as supply chains across the world were disrupted, people and goods continued to flow safely and smoothly between Malaysia and Singapore. And I'm glad that our borders are now fully reopened. Friends and families on both sides of the causeway can visit each other freely. Businesses can plan and operate more predictably. And when the Johor Bahru-Singapore Rapid Transit System link, the RTS link, is completed in 2026, travel between our two countries will become even easier. I'm happy that our two sides continue to work closely to advance bilateral relations for mutual benefit. Prime Minister Anwar and I had a fruitful discussion earlier, including on how we can make progress on outstanding bilateral issues. We also witnessed the signing of 3 MOUs, which will promote cooperation in new and emerging areas, specifically on the digital economy, the green economy, and cybersecurity. As close friends and neighbors, the destinies of Singapore and Malaysia are intertwined. When we work constructively together, we produce win-win outcomes with tangible benefits for our peoples and businesses. I'm confident that with Prime Minister Anwar's support, Singapore-Malaysia relations can reach greater heights. Let me once again thank the Prime Minister, Dr. Wan Azizah, and the Malaysian delegation for visiting Singapore. I look forward to meeting the Prime Minister again soon, including welcoming him back into Singapore later this year for our annual Leaders Retreat. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, may I now invite you to join me in a toast to the good health and success of Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim, to the continued peace and prosperity of Malaysia, and to the enduring friendship and cooperation between Singapore and Malaysia. Cheers. Thank you very much.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim, Prime Minister of Malaysia.
Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Terima kasih Perdana Menteri Hsien Loong dan Presiden, rakan-rakan dan jemaah menteri kerana memberikan kesempatan dan ruang dan memberikan sambutan yang hebat dan luar biasa. Prime Minister Hsien Loong is a dear friend, been working for decades now, although we still are relatively quite young. And I'm of course on behalf of my team, and very fortunate to be given such warm hospitality and very substantive discussions we had today. Now, of course, we're still celebrating Chinese New Year, so Xin Nian Kuai Ne, Xin Nian Bian Pu, Wang Yi Fat Choi, Xin Nian Hao, and for both countries, Nian Nian Hao. I alluded to the fact that the discussions were meaningful, not normal diplomatic cliches. There were, of course, some more contentious outstanding issues, and I'm glad to say that both of us feel that bilateral relations must be enhanced. No issue should be left unresolved. We should try and do our utmost to enhance these relations and work together for the benefit of both countries. I'm also pleased to know that President Halimah will be visiting Malaysia soon, and there's a clear signal that the bilateral relations is vibrant, not only for Singapore, Kerajaan, but for the other states as well. As I've indicated to the Prime Minister that I brought the Sarawak Premier and Johor Menteri Besar, and of course I represent Penang Perak myself. Now there are issues, as I said, that we need to further focus on. That includes, for example, issues that we have tried to work out by the various ministers, and in terms of the new technology, the more challenging ones, and also to my mind, which is not referred to with the MOUs, the issue of food technology, food security, and this is an area which I think we would solicit the support of Singapore to use Malaysia as their heartland to produce for the benefit of Malaysia and Singapore. I think my position in this administration was still very new, just about 2 months old, but I think our position and my team in the cabinet make it very clear, Prime Minister Hsien Loong. You can be rest assured that not only do we want to continue these relations, but we want to both Singaporeans and Malaysians to understand and appreciate the fact these are two great countries and two great neighbors that could do so much more for the benefit of our people. And I think, therefore, it is up to our colleagues to proceed, to move forward, not only in terms of trade, investments, security, and resolving all these issues of FIR and RTS, Causeway, which must be done for the benefit of people. I mean, I saw Prime Minister being very passionate, and I was touched when he made reference to the fact that people have to queue for hours to come to work, waking up before 4 in the morning. And of course, it is our common desire to make sure that facilities are provided on both sides of the border to facilitate the entry and to be seen to be welcome, both in Malaysia and in Singapore. Jadi terima kasih sekali lagi kepada Perdana Menteri Hsien yang sibuk jaga Azizah satu hari ini, dan saya bagi pihak rakan-rakan Malaysia ingin memberi keyakinan kepada Perdana Menteri dalam apa saja bidang, termasuk ekonomi hijau, itu adalah bidang yang boleh kita uruskan untuk kepentingan kedua-dua negara. Dan saya percaya banyak yang harus dilakukan dan tidak harus ada kebimbangan kerana semua bidang yang boleh dipelajari dari Malaysia atau yang dipelajari daripada Singapura, termasuk perumahan yang menjadi sedikit kontroversi baru-baru ini. Tapi bagi kita tidak ada masalah. Apa yang mampu kita pelajari dan kita timba pengalaman bersama, kita akan manfaatkan. Jadi, may I propose a toast to the good health of His Excellency Prime Minister Hsien Loong and to the continued happiness and prosperity of Singapore and Malaysia, and enduring friendship and partnership between both our countries. Terima kasih.
Excellencies,
Hold on, wait. Maybe balance a bit more. Okay, Minister. Wait, the staff will observe. First, Excellency, all the trustees, you pose for the camera. Photo one, okay. Everyone will get
Camera first. Okay, thank you. Looking up. Thank you so much.
Okay, everyone shot? Okay. Hold on first. Then somebody will do it for you. Okay. Alright, go.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we will start the road way by adding line. This symbolizes good fortune and prosperity.
Wait, there will be a second photo. Just wait.
Next, we have 5 spice and cinnamon powder for longevity and good health.
This is the 5 blessing, yes, 5 blessings, because 5 spice powder.
We now have abalone to symbolize our wish for abundance and a bountiful harvest.
This is surpluses every year.
Next, we have oil to symbolize a smooth sailing and blissful year. Now we have plum sauce for happy reunions and everlasting friendships.
Sweet and loving.
Last but not least, we have crackers to usher in overflowing wealth. May all your hopes and dreams come true, and your year be filled with prosperity and happiness.
Excellencies, all first. We have another.
Before we toss the usual, we'll have one more photograph for the main table.
Yes, everyone here.
Please raise your chopsticks for the cameras. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado,
Thank you very much. Thank you. Kan tu tak bagi kat